Hey guys, welcome back to another Helix video. So Firmware 2.9 just came out for Helix, and one of the features that I think is pretty cool is this new split dynamic block that you can put anywhere you have two paths split. What basically it allows you to do is set the dynamic range so that once you cross a certain dynamic range, or how loud you're playing, to put it more simply, it will switch between one path or the other. So I'm going to take a look at this preset. This is going to be a free preset. The link for the custom tone preset will be in the description below, but it's pretty straightforward patch. Just something I put together to try and see what I might want to use this for, and just to kind of see how it works. So let me play a little bit and let you hear what it does. What we have basically is, the split dynamic block. The top path, I've got a univibe and a delay. The bottom path, I have a Timmy, and then I've got a compressor afterwards going into a litigator cab. And this is just, rather than balance the cabs, I just sometimes like to throw the stereo width on and center it as just to pull everything together, and a little reverb. So not a whole lot going on here, really. So this top path, like I said, has a univibe and a delay. There's no distortion, and the amp is set fairly clean, right? So what we'll hear is the univibe and the delay, and then as the dynamics go up, as I play harder, you'll hear it switch over to a distorted sound, which is going to be the Timmy, and you're not going to hear the univibe and the delay. So let me play a little bit and let you hear what it does, and then I'll kind of talk about the settings. I'm using my Variax bundle. There'll be a link to that below, also in the description, but the Les Paul neck, and I might flip over to the Les Paul bridge as well, just to let you hear it. So I'll start playing softly so you can hear the top path, and then you'll hear it switch over when it goes to the drive. So here we go. So it's pretty cool. You have the ability to set up a patch where the amp might be kind of clean when you back your volume knob down, and you can have some control over the amount of drive by using your volume knob and how hard you play and all that sort of stuff. So it's not groundbreaking, but this just makes it easier, and you can have more control over a wider range of, or more dramatic, clean to dirty in this example. Also having the univibe and the delay only on the clean sound. Once you get to the drive, you don't have those. So it kind of, if you're playing like soft passages where you want those effects, once you go to the drive, it cleans it up. You don't have the delay and the modulation getting in there. So if you're clean or dirty, So I think it's pretty cool. I can see myself using this quite a bit. So let me talk a little bit about how you set this up and what the parameters do. 3 parameters, well, 4 if you count the reverse switch. 3 parameters. Threshold. A lot of this is, if you're used to a compressor, these are going to make a lot of sense to you. So the threshold is when how loud your signal is in decibels before it crosses over into the flip, or the going to the other path. So if I had this all the way down low, I almost couldn't play soft enough to get to the top path. It would be, and then if I run it all the way up, the opposite is true. So you want to just play around with this. It's going to depend on the output of your pickups, the output of your guitar. all that sort of stuff. So you have to play with the threshold to find what's right for you, what works for how you want to play, and the kind of the goals you want to accomplish. So in this particular patch with this guitar sound, like minus 19 dB seems to be all right. So that's what the threshold control is for. The attack is how quickly, once you cross the threshold, how quickly the change happens. So, again, if you want it to be more come on gradually, you can run this up. I kind of like the attack lower because, like, when I start playing loud, I want it to go. I want to be there. The decay is kind of, if I'm understanding it correctly, the decay is how long, once you go back across the threshold, how long like if you cross into the distorted path and soften up your attack, that time value is kind of how long it takes to decay back into the top, or how long you'll hear the path you were just on decay and fade away. So shorter time would mean it would stop sooner, longer time mean it kind of fades. The reverse switch is just that. It would flip which path is on either side of the threshold, so to speak. So that's pretty much it. I mean, this is just a template for you guys to take a look at. There's all kinds of stuff. I mean, with two paths, you can have just extremely different sounds, different amps. You could do all kinds of things. A heavily reverberated delayed clean on one, and then when you hit it, it just goes crazy. So really, your imagination's the only limit here. I just wanted to throw a quick patch together to give you something to play around with, and just kind of a brief explanation of kind of how this works. Obviously, I'll say lastly, you do have to have a split. If I didn't have anything on the bottom path, then not going to be able to have the block. So down here, if I pull this down, now I can come over here and choose split dynamic now that I have a split. So obviously you can't do that if you don't have a split. So hope that was helpful. Just a quick little video to tell you about that. I think it's a really cool feature that they've added into the new firmware. I hope you guys get have some fun with it, and hopefully this patch will kind of help you get there. And I hope this explanation was useful. Thanks as always for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and all that social media stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.